What will happen when the hunters of the sky decide to unleash their strike? In a moment, as brief as a blink speed and perfection blend together, creating spectacular attacks. And today, you will witness the most brutal strikes ever recorded from birds of prey. Fasten your seatbelt. Let us begin. Hawk. Across the sun-baked rocky ground, the hawk detected a group of iguanas from above its blade, sharp eyes locking tightly onto the target. This bird possesses vision nearly 8 times sharper than humans, enough to see even the smallest movements on the ground. The predator's legs clamped tightly, but the iguana still tried using its remaining strength in hopes of escaping. However, that was now impossible. The hawk carried the prey back to the nest, giving it to its chick first. And when the chick was full, those wings opened again. The duty of a hunter does not end at the nest. It still had another chase waiting ahead.
Hawks have their pick of animals to hunt.
It landed straight onto the iguana's territory, choosing the most viable target to attack.
The real hunting opportunity comes when you're too strong for even.
Another unfortunate prey had been subdued, but this one refused to surrender. It rushed away to find an escape route slithering through narrow rocks. Fortunately, it managed to hide inside its burrow. But for an experienced hawk, a hunt never ends just because of one missed catch. This time, it chose an opponent carrying venom among reptiles. The hawk dove down, landing hard on the dusty sand, ready to strike its target. It waited for the moment the snake slipped up. When the metal bell rang an alarm, it was also the moment the snake issued its challenge. The hawk delivered the first stomp. Under the immense power of the predator's talons, the snake could not resist and instantly became an unwilling meal. When dusk fell, thousands of bats poured out of the mountain cleft to begin their nightly feeding. That chaotic moment created a perfect gap for aerial hunters, and the hawk was one of the few species capable of exploiting it. Its strategy was not to chase the entire flock, but to cut through a small point in the moving stream where the bats had no time to change direction. Encountering the most perfect aerial predator in the dimming sky, whoever seized the moment better would survive. The hawk's main source of food each day is the small creatures feeding around its hunting area. And today, the next victim was an unlucky rabbit. It circled, lowered its altitude, using its shadow as bait to confuse the rabbit into changing direction. and in the instant the rabbit lost its rhythm, it shot down like an arrow. However, when the hunt becomes too easy, it often shifts its focus to the most challenging prey in nature. In the middle of the grassland, the hawk found a snake sunning itself. This was not simple prey. Large snakes can launch bites strong enough to make many predators cautious. But the hawk possessed a different advantage from its downward strike, with immense force concentrated in its talons, along with reflexes even faster than the snake's. It nearly controlled the entire confrontation. After just a few precise attacks, the snake completely lost its ability to resist. The hawk leapt into the air and carried its prey away. Even venomous species can become helpless prey before a hunter of the sky. Woodpecker. Right beside the rotting tree base where the woodpecker was peeling bark in search of food, a slight movement appeared inside a tree hollow. A snake slithered out, startling the bird, spreading its wings and jumping back in an instant. Large woodpecker species possess a beak that can generate up to 1,000 G of force when striking the tree, and when needed, that strike becomes a formidable defensive weapon. Yet this time, the blow had no effect. Deep within the ancient forest, nature sometimes reveals pure tension between two creatures trying to avoid becoming each other's victim. Falcon. On the open ground near the roadside, a falcon was suddenly provoked by a crow. Crows are known for their boldness and often attack larger predators to defend territory, while falcons possess talons with gripping force strong enough to pin prey mid-flight. Two hunters with different advantages, neither willing to concede. On the uneven ground where the falcon lost its aerial advantage and the crow lacked the power to dominate the fight, became proof that territorial instinct can sometimes outweigh natural differences in strength. Amid the quiet sky, a falcon suddenly dives from great height, carrying a small bird in its talons. With a gripping force that can exceed its own body weight, this strike leaves the prey almost no chance to fight back. The prey struggles in desperation, but the sharp talons and steel-like hold of the falcon quickly lock every movement. The ground beneath them sinks into heavy silence. Soon after, the prey gradually loses strength under the hunter's feet. In the unforgiving world of the sky, speed is the thin line between life and death, and the falcon defines it. In the clear sky, the falcon had just brought a small prey back to its nest when it detected movement under the water. In a blink, the falcon folded its wings and plunged at maximum speed, creating a sweeping strike strong enough to knock the duck down on impact. With long wings that boost acceleration and the ability to change direction quickly, the falcon always seizes surprise to subdue prey. Everything happens within seconds. After the first strike, the falcon did not stop. It circled high above the lake in wide loops, searching for another opening. The falcon immediately locked onto a duck, separating from the flock. It tucked its wings and dove toward the water like an arrow. The duck was lifted entirely off the river's surface. With a firm grip and powerful wings in the brief moment of ascent, the duck was crushed under the immense force of the predator's talons. The falcon brought the prey to the shore and began feeding. In the world of raptors, persistence and precise aerial strikes determine the success of every hunt. Eagle. Along the open patches of Yellowstone, eagles and lizards often have encounters like this. The eagle used its weight to pin the opponent down, holding tight with its sharp talons so the lizard could not escape. But the lizard resisted fiercely. It repeatedly turned to bite the eagle's legs, using its small yet durable jaws to prolong its chance of survival. The eagle kept pressing. The lizard kept struggling. The standoff dragged on with neither side able to finish the other, and the eagle, starving, was forced to search for easier prey. This time, the unlucky victim was a sea snake. The eagle circled high, waiting for the moment the snake surfaced.
They have to swim to the surface to breathe.
In a single instant, the precise strike left even a swift reacting creature like the snake unable to respond in time.
He starts to fight back. In midair, he can bite.
The eagle flew straight back to its nest, bringing the prey for its chicks to share. In these coastal waters, the smallest lapse can decide fate. The eagle had just returned from the coast and continued its hunt, diving at nearly vertical speed. The entire body of the young warthog was pinned under its talons. It tried to rise, kicking hard to break free, but the strength of a young mammal could not match the crushing force of a large raptor. For many eagles, the dive from above is their most dangerous weapon, generating enough force to subdue prey the moment it hits the ground. As the resistance faded, the eagle lifted the young warthog and carried it straight back to the nest. The eagle continued its hunting journey. When it spotted a young deer wandering across the grassland, it folded its wings and shot downward like a living arrow, striking the prey and sending both sliding down a rocky slope. The deer struggled, using its strong legs to try escaping the talons, and under that resistance, the eagle was forced to let go. But the hunt was not over. It quickly locked onto another target in the herd. With its advantage of aerial attack, the eagle easily lifted the young deer away, just as nature favors those who persist. The moments you have just seen are not only scenes of natural attacks, but also proof of the exceptional hunting skills of these birds of prey. From above, they observe every smallest movement. In just seconds, they make perfect decisions and end the hunt with frightening precision. These scenes remind us that the wild world, although fierce, is also filled with accuracy and discipline. If you found the video impressive, please comment on the moment you found most spectacular and subscribe to continue exploring more wild journeys. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.